I find it funny that I'm wearing this shirt when making this video, my Hunter Avallone shirt that I ordered. Hey guys, Steve Turbridge here. So I actually was not planning on making a video today, but something has come to my attention that I feel calls the need for a video. So, if you haven't already heard, Hunter Avallone has apparently been deleted from YouTube. Now, if you don't know who Hunter Avallone is, he was at this point a YouTuber who basically made like political based videos for the most part. He was kind of a political pundit, I guess you could say. I guess you could somewhat call him a provocateur. He made a lot of edgy and offensive jokes. Okay, I thought they were pretty funny jokes. It was very edgy, very offensive humor. He was a right-leaning channel. Some people would call him conservative. I would probably call him more like a right-leaning libertarian, if anything. Because he wasn't like a hard-line conservative or anything. But he did criticize SJWs and leftists and, feminists and, stuff like that, Black Lives Matter and stuff. He also made videos on, from 3 years ago, he made videos on transgender people and, the LGBT community and stuff. When he started out on YouTube, he was a creationist, well, not a creationist, but he was a Christian when he started out on YouTube. But he has since become an atheist and stuff, so I'm sure that some of his opinions have evolved over time. But nonetheless, he would make pretty much right-leaning videos, right-leaning content when talking about political topics. Now, not too long ago, actually, just like half an hour ago, I went to search up his channel because I was subscribed to him. And I look up his channel, and it's not there. So for a second, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So I figured it was like buried under other videos, because sometimes that happens. So I'm looking, searching, scrolling down. Nothing's popping up, and I'm like, I bet they took him down. I bet they censored him. I bet they deleted his channel because he had the wrong opinions. And sure enough, I found a video. I will link it below. But it was someone who made a video who was addressing the fact that Hunter Avallone had indeed been censored from YouTube, has been deleted from YouTube for hate speech. Yeah, that's right, hate speech. We're back to this hate speech thing again. So, obviously, I am 100% against this. I believe in free speech 100%. Hate speech is... I don't believe in hate speech. I don't think that's a real thing. I think that's a translation. I think hate speech can be translated into people saying offensive things that some people don't like, so therefore we have to keep hush-hush about those things. You can't say that. If you say those things, then, well, we're not gonna allow you to speak or whatever. Basically, that's what that is. Now, you might ask, when does freedom of speech go too far? Well, in my opinion, if three things were to happen. One, if you're inciting violence against someone else, if you call for the violence or harassment of someone else or the assault of someone else, then I would say that would be a point where freedom of speech goes too far. Two, if you are doxing someone, if you are giving out personal information like their address, place of work, family members, friends, stuff like that, that would be another point where I think that freedom of speech goes too far and the person should probably be, taken off, temporarily at least. Or number three, if you're saying things that are blatantly slanderous, like if someone comes on here and says that, like me, for example, if they say that I'm a rapist or that I'm a pedophile or something, and they're not just saying that like ironically or in a joking way, if they're actually saying that I'm an actual like rapist or pedophile, that would be grounds for slander. That would be grounds for legal action to be taken place, and that would be another reason why someone would probably be taken down. Other than those things, there's no reason for censorship, and that's exactly what this is. Hunter Avallone basically had the wrong opinions. I guess he went too far. Maybe because he made a video shitting on Stephen Colbert, because Stephen Colbert is a fucking hack comedian. Maybe he went too far. Maybe he made too many videos about CNN. Maybe he made too many fat jokes about Amy Schumer. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he made too many jokes about all the feminists and the feminazis and stuff like that. Who knows? But yeah. So I'm sure that this will be brought to the attention of other YouTubers, other bigger YouTubers, but this is just it's disturbing because if this can happen to Hunter, then who's to say it can't happen to someone else? Like how long before YouTube just starts kicking people off that they don't like, or people who don't have the right opinions, who don't have, the correct political stance that lines up with places like Silicon Valley and all these other big corporations, places like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Google. All these corporations are just one big circle jerk right now. If you don't have the right opinions, then you're going to get kicked off, you're going to get censored. It's exactly what happened with Hunter. I'm sure YouTube is going to come up with more excuses, but this is exactly what it is. Hunter didn't have the right opinions. He was maybe a little too offensive. And so they said, oh, well, hate speech, and they kicked him off. It's absolute bullshit. Like, this is, like, and again, it's disturbing, because it's like, who's to say they won't start censoring other people, like, Blair White, or anyone else who makes not even right-leaning content, but just content that criticizes, the overly politically correct, culture that we've come under lately. Where you can't say anything without offending someone. Like, sooner or later, like, I saw this video where it's this futuristic place where, like, you can't, like, there's things that you can't say. If you say one thing, like, everyone freaks out, and that person just, I don't remember exactly what happens to that person, but that person, like, comes under fire, they come under assault, and they just get ended. It's going to come to a point to where it's going to be a world where everyone is an SJW. You can't say one thing wrong. If you say one thing wrong, you will be just evicted from society. You will be cast, probably put in prison. If it gets really extreme, probably put to death or something. That's a little extreme, but yeah, it's just funny. Like, and I obviously don't think that's actually going to come into fruition. But as far as this is concerned, I mean, it's disturbing the turn that it's taken. I mean, with Alex Jones, like, I was against that too, 100%. I mean, I guess at least with Alex Jones, you could, because he said some out there things, like the thing with Sandy Hook and stuff, you could kind of have an argument sort of for Alex Jones. But with Hunter, I mean, he didn't do anything. Like, he didn't. I mean, I think he'd had a strike before. But he didn't have 3 strikes. Like, he never violated any terms of policy or whatever. Like, he literally just had the wrong opinions. He literally just had jokes, I guess, or humor that was too offensive. Wasn't politically correct enough. He didn't go after straight white males enough. He didn't go after, he didn't go after the patriarchy enough. He didn't go after toxic masculinity enough. He didn't advocate for gender fluidity, and he didn't try to convince people that there's 76 genders. He wasn't, pointing out, he wasn't advocating for the wage gap. He wasn't validating the wage gap. No, he wasn't making enough of those types of videos. He was making videos that had too much logic in them, and now my bias is coming in. But anyways, those are basically my thoughts. I mean, me making this video is as much as I know how to do. I don't have a Twitter and all that shit, so I can't really, but I would definitely say if you have a Twitter or anything, even if you don't agree with Hunter's political stances, even still, I would say just, like, say something, make a video, or do something, because, who's to say sooner or later someone like Dave Rubin won't be censored? Dave Rubin is, like, he's a moderate. Like, I mean, he's not even right-leaning. He's essentially a classical liberal. But who's to say that someone like him sooner or later won't be censored? At some point, it could just become where YouTube is nothing but YouTubers who are, SJWs and stuff. YouTube will just become, it won't be YouTube anymore. It'll be, this group of people and that group of people aren't welcome here. Just this group of people is welcome, whatever. So, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much this one. Let me know what you think. like I said, this is 100% bullshit. I'm 100% against this. And again, even if you didn't agree with Hunter's stances on things, even still, make a video. If you have a Twitter, I don't, but if you have a Twitter, go on Twitter, do whatever. Just, speak up about this. Yeah. So, anyways, that's it for this one, and I'll talk to you guys later. So, peace, have a good day, and there are only two genders.